Okay, Cannonball Rag, a great Merle Travis song. Many different versions of this song out there. I've played a version of this song for many, many years in my performances, but lately I've revisited this song and I wanted to get closer to what Travis was doing on his acoustic versions of the song. And with the help of Marcel Dadi instruction tape, I've worked on that, and I've done some things that Marcel did, and I'm kind of incorporated some of my own stuff. So, if you're familiar with Merle Travis's style, prodigious use of the thumb over the top of the neck of the guitar, which can make some of these chordings very interesting for one, but also kind of difficult. So I've kind of modified some of these chord voicings just to suit my hand, the neck of my guitar. I believe that Travis played with a fairly narrow neck guitar, so he was able to get that thumb over and fret 2 or 3 strings. Anyways, let's do a little verse by verse breakdown of this song. So. We're going to start off with the version of an E7 chord, something you may have seen in a song like Deep River Blues. Basically, this is a C-shaped E7 chord, but I just moved the third finger where the pinky was, put the pinky on the first string, and my bass alternates between the 6th and 4th string. And obviously, the alternating bass is fairly constant throughout. There are some notable parts where he doesn't do that, but so 6th and 4th string. Then we go to an A7 chord, and this is where the thumb starts to make its first appearance. Come right over from my E7 chord. I move my first finger to its barring 4, my index or my middle finger's on the 3rd string at the 6th fret, and thumb comes over. Pinky on the 1st string at the 7th fret. A9 or A7 chord. Then we go to a D9 chord. Now this is probably one where Travis would actually use his thumb over the top, but I just used my middle finger to fret that 6th string, and still the alternating bass going on the 6th and 4th. A couple different ways I play that. The pinky's playing that little melody, the way it's in the tab. and then a G chord, thumb over the top again, kind of like a regular old F chord. You remember that one from various songs. Okay, so that's our first verse. Second verse, similar thing, although I am going to fret my E7 a little differently. Instead of my E7 laying out like this, I'm going to use my middle finger on the 6th string 7th fret, excuse me, puts the B in the bass. I'm leaving the 2nd string open, and the pinky is going to be playing the 1st string with a pull off. Then our A chord, same configuration as before. Pinky this time is going to go all the way up to the 8th fret. Okay. Back to the D chord. This is the same as before. So normally the way this song functions is we have these kind of verses of E, A, D, G, and then there'll be these breaks where we'll do 2 bars of D and 2 bars of G, and I'll kind of go back and forth with a little turnaround thing going on. So in our first break, we're going to go to a D7 chord. Basically, this is like a normal C7 shape. I'm going to use my 3rd finger up on the 6th string with my alternating bass going from between 6 and 4 again. And then we do this little walk up on the first, with the 1st finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and the 4th fret. I think it's sort of a reference to, I wish I could shimmy like my sister Kate. At any rate, that's your D7 or D9. And then G, which is just moving the fingers over, thumb still on the 6th string bass. Same walk up. Back to D. And then we're going to do a G9 chord, and I'm going to fret this like so. Thumb over the 6th string, 3rd fret, index finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, middle finger, 4th string, 3rd fret, and ring finger on the 1st string, 3rd fret. We'll play it right. Do it again. And then this turnaround, which will be C, a version of D7 that I'll lay out for you in a second. G, E7, G sharp, A, D9, G. So regular C, this is our turnaround, this is measure 26. So you're on C, and then you're going to use your 1st finger to get into this D7 chord, which is you just move your middle finger down. You get your pinky to go to the 4th string, 4th fret, and your thumb over the top. That may be a little tricky for some of you. You got to spread out a little bit. You know, sometimes these Travis chords can be negotiated with your left hand. Other times they really can't, and this is one I don't think you really can. Then I use my thumb to get into this G chord. I just slide up 1 fret, and then I have this G chord. And then this is going to spread out where my thumb walks up to the 4th fret. So you just watch what I do. Going from the G to the E7 / G sharp, we have slide up, get your pinky in place. So that whole section. That's a tricky section, a lot of movement there real quick. A7, which we used the similar fingering before in the verse. D9, same fingering. And G. Okay. Stop this section there and we'll walk on to the next verses in the next video.